So email marketing's evolved a little bit in terms of some bits are improving and some bits are declining. For example, because spam filters are getting more strict, we're actually ending up in more kind of spam folders, even if they're actually customers of ours, and which is a bit annoying. And it's got to the point where 20% opens and 5% clicks on your email campaigns is pretty average now, which isn't great. Sometimes it can be obviously a lot higher than that if you have a small list of quality customers who know you. But without that consistent engagement, 20% open rate is pretty good, actually. So it's come to the point of we're still getting lots of client sales via email marketing, but we need to look at what else we can do with it to help improve sales and leads and everything overall. And there's two real ways that that's four. There's two real ways that we're doing this. And the first off is with clicks and opens going down a little bit and ended up in more spam folders and things like that, we've started using email as an indicator now more than just a sales tool. So the thing with email marketing is you're going to get a lot of people on the fence, so to speak. The people who are opening your emails, that are clicking things. It gives us an indicator if they're interested or not, especially because most email software now, whoever you send your emails via, it does tell you who's opened, who's unsubscribed, who's clicked, etc., etc. And some of them you can do things like you can automate replies and things like that. But all I'm saying is look for the people who are regularly clicking or regularly opening. So because people think, I don't want to bother people with things, but if you're sending people helpful, relevant content, which is actually helping them solve some problems, they actually look forward to your emails. But the thing is that people get in the habit of opening your emails, no matter how great they are, but don't actually, contact you and get in touch or buy something. So what that's doing is indicating who's interested in your services. So what we often do is you can download a list of the people who've been clicking. So surely these people on the fence clicked multiple times, they just need a little push off the fence, so to speak. So take that quality list off emails and put it into send them something through the post as well. Give that list to your sales team to actually start calling them. Because by the time they call them or something comes through the post or something like that, that trust has already been grown a little bit between you and that person, and they already know who you are, so there's not a big sales pitch, so to speak. It's more looking for the right option for them. You want to give them an offer which has got some urgency to it. We can only do this for 5 people, we've only got X in stock, ends on Friday. So then you find these more direct marketing routes to actually push them off the fence, so to speak. That's the first one. So you need to start looking at email as not just a sales tool for send, this comes back. It's the bit in between. So it's who's showing us that they're interested and what else can we do for that list of people to push them off the fence, so to speak. The second one is custom audiences and pay-per-click advertising. Now you can do this in Facebook advertising and LinkedIn advertising. You can also do it in Google and YouTube, but you need to spend like 50 grand first before they do it, which is a bit dodgy, and they changed that recently. But if you think about just Facebook and LinkedIn, they've both got fantastic targeting pay-per-click advertising. So you can actually look at what their custom audiences are in, and you can upload spreadsheets of email addresses. And what that lets you do is target adverts just to the people on that list. So instead of advertising, because you might advertise to just the general public with kind of something to get them involved with you, but you might want to, for this quality list, you might want to offer them something that you'd be happy offering them, but you wouldn't want to offer the whole public. So the people who are interested, you just want something to get off the fence, but you can target just them and nobody else will see it. Or, and plus you can do things like, once you upload your list, you can still do things for Facebook and LinkedIn where they're based in a certain location, so maybe you don't want everybody on that list. You can upload that list and just advertise to people in this area who have this job title, who are, a lady of this age and things like that. So you can actually, if you've got a bigger list, you can start, segmenting it and targeting people better as well. And you can do that on LinkedIn for the B2B, and LinkedIn works great for B2C as well. People often don't really realize that. So having custom audiences allows you to, and it's the kind of thing which You can target people, advertise somewhere, and it's not going to cost you thousands in pay-per-click costs, because you're going to get a handful of clicks, but quality ones, because they already know you, they know what you do, and hopefully they trust you a little bit as well. So that makes the whole process a lot easier. So when it comes now to email marketing, on top of sending out emails regularly, and by the way, if you're not sending your email once a week, you're not doing it enough. And some people go, oh my God, that's too much, I'll badger people. Well, send them something interesting and problem solving. If you're just sending 10% off, buy this, of course they're going to unsubscribe, but you're doing email marketing wrong. You need to send them content marketing, helpful advice, and a lot, people go, well, if I'm just sending advice out all the time, how am I going to get sales from that? Well, that's your website's tool. That's the whole point of the website. It's not the email. Your website closes a sale. So, you redirect to, once they click a link in email, they go through to a blog with lots of helpful advice, but then you've got a pop-up which sells something, or you have an advert above it which sells something, or a call to action to click here. That's where you get sales. Rather than sending an email out with 10% off, it's not going to work all the time. So apart from that, what you need to stick to actually start emailing people effectively. But use email as an indicator. Use it to find out who's interested, and think, what else can you do to actually, what could you send them? What else could you do? Where could you find them on social media, or connect with them on LinkedIn? What could you do to push that person off the fence and actually become a customer? And the second one is use custom audiences and pay-per-click advertising. Upload those spreadsheets. You can actually upload mobile phones to things like Facebook advertising as well, just to upload a spreadsheet of it. There's plenty of videos online for how to create a custom audience on social. So you just Google that and you'll find a way of doing it, but just make sure you do it, because most people aren't, and you won't be spending loads either. So email's evolving, and as things are kind of getting worse with the whole strictness of spam filters, blah 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 blah, even though we're not sending them spam, we're sending them good stuff, so they just won't let us get through. There's other ways that we can do to make sure, when we've got somebody's email address and we've got a customer, we want to keep in touch with them. There's plenty of things you can still do. So make sure you're doing it, and that's going to really help affect your marketing.